Welcome back to Toilet Repair Basics. So far we've covered the parts of a toilet and what happens during a flush. Now we're going to talk about one of the biggest mistakes that beginners make. They start replacing parts before they understand the problem. A toilet starts running, water may appear on the floor. The flush feels weak, and the first thing people do is run to the store and buy parts. Sometimes they get lucky. Most of the time they waste money and still have the same problem. Today I'm going to show you the first things I check before replacing anything. So let's get started. So before touching anything, ask yourself, what is the toilet doing? Is it running continuously? Is it leaking onto the floor? Is it flushing weak? Is it not flushing at all? Is it filling slowly? Is it making some kind of noise? It sounds simple, but it's not always that easy. So now go ahead and remove the tank lid, but don't touch anything. Just watch. Flush the toilet and observe. You're going to observe the water entering the overflow tube, the flapper sealing properly, the chain movement, the fill valve operation, and the water level inside the tank. One of the first things I look at is the water level. Most toilets have a fill line marked on the overflow tube. This one does not. The water level should normally be 3/4 to 1 inch below the top of the overflow tube. If the water level is too high, water may run into the overflow tube, causing the toilet to run constantly. If the water level is too low, the toilet may flush poorly and the bowl refill may be weak. Now let's look at the flapper. Is it sealing or is it warped? Is it damaged? Is debris preventing it from sealing? A bad flapper is one of the most common causes of a running toilet. Here's a little something fun you can do. Add a little food coloring to the tank. Wait about 15 to 20 minutes without flushing. If color appears inside the bowl, water is leaking past your flapper. Next, you can check the chain. The chain should have a little slack. If it's too loose, you got a weak flush. If it's too tight, the flapper won't fully close. Sometimes the entire problem is just a chain adjustment. No parts needed. Now go back to the overflow tube. Do you see water flowing into it? If yes, your water level may be too high. The fill valve might not be shutting off. The overflow tube may be telling you everything. So you found some water around your toilet. Don't immediately blame the wax ring. Check your supply line. Check your fill valve connection. Check your tank bolts. From your tank to your bowl, there is also a tank to bowl gasket that needs to be checked. Check for condensation around the tank. Water can travel. Kind of like electric, water takes the path of least resistance. The leak may be higher than the puddle you're seeing on the ground. So before buying parts, ask yourself, what evidence do I have? Can I see the problem? Can I prove the problem? A good plumber is not going to throw parts at something hoping it works. A good plumber is going to find the cause first. So here's your assignment. Without replacing anything, check your water level, check your flapper, check the chain, check the overflow tube, check around the base of the toilet, check the supply line, and then ask yourself, what is the first thing you would inspect on a running toilet and why? So before you replace parts, learn how to diagnose. So if you just slow down and pay attention, you'll save time, money, and frustration. So in the next lesson, we're going to focus specifically on one of the most common service calls in plumbing, how to diagnose a running toilet. I'll see you in the next lesson.